All right, we are live for the 114th episode of the
Let's go podcast. We're back. And the good old phrase, the impossible has happened. We were told way back in the beginning when we first started this podcast and we started interviewing guys in our softball league once we took over the HSL Sunday mornings and especially at nights, that the two hardest human beings to get on this podcast will be A, Daniel Ash, and B, even harder than Daniel Ash, which is almost impossible, is Mr. Matthew Rosenberg. And now that Matt has come on, we are extremely happy he's here. We have officially accomplished the impossible. And Dave, we can do this. We could accomplish anything. So Matt, welcome. We are pumped to have you. And Dave, take it from here.
Thank you for having me.
well, it's our pleasure. Well, what we've learned is there are different ways to get hard to get guests. We secured Daniel Ash because he was 4 drinks deep on an airplane and probably had other stuff in him
I
also
bet he did.
when when I messaged him to come on the podcast. So I got him at a good time. We ran into Evan Roberts, coincidentally, me and Avi. We accosted him in a parking lot and we were able to get Evan Roberts on the pod. We recently had Jewish comedian Dovi Newberger, who was depressed and sad after a Yankees loss. And I messaged Dovi about the Yankees and got him to come on. And now our next hard to get guest, the trick is accosting him in a parking lot as well, which I successfully did last Monday night after the Twillery tournament games. Matt Rosenberg coming off the field, introduced myself. I think might have also been wearing my jacket that said podcast host on it that everybody has been
Yeah,
making fun of me
exactly.
for. I've been taking a lot of heat for that. It was a gift, by the way. I didn't actually order a coat that said podcast
No, I
host.
respect it.
And
I respect the branding and the marketing. I respect it all.
yeah, you're the branding and the marketing. You respect it. Thank you. So, but Matt being a nice guy and also not being used to being accosted in parking lots, had to say yes. So we got him. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, so let's dive right in. Let's just get a little background on you first. Before I did a little research, I reached out to some of your good buddies to get some questions to ask you. But before that, let's just get the basic details. Where are you from?
Woodmere, New York, 5 towns. Was born and raised here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I heard you had. Go ahead.
no, sorry.
Heard you had a brief stint in Cedarhurst, but you couldn't get out of there quick enough, is what I've been told.
No, we had a brief stint in Cedarhurst. We were there for about 2 years. I liked the area, but just was another area spoke more to me.
What language was it speaking? Home runs?
Could be. I don't know. No, it was just it was good.
So born and bred in Woodmere, where'd you go to school?
After
All the way
for
through?
all the way through from nursery through high school, the whole thing.
Were you a Hafter Hawk?
I was a half the hawk. Yes, I
In
was.
what's in what sports?
So generally, I played basketball from sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Hmm.
And then one year I played up hockey in my senior year. Um, and then as for the spring sports, we played obviously softball, which we fell short a few times. I played volleyball, soccer, and I think that was it. Yeah,
Volleyball, soccer, and what sport were you best at?
probably softball or volleyball's pretty good too, but I think softball I'm better at. Yeah,
Dave,
Wow.
Matt's also a very good basketball player.
I heard. I heard.
I'm all
So
right.
I have to.
We always hear, Dave, we always hear at HSL about JSL in the basketball league. Matt's brother, Shelby Rosenberg, is like the legend of the JSL right now.
Yeah, yeah, he's a quite a good ball player. YU legend.
Yeah. Noah Aaron is very proud to be on Shelby Rosenberg's team in the
Oh,
JSL.
Shelby. Oh,
Noah Aaron is also a very good basketball player.
he's a YU legend. Okay, so do athletics run in the family, Matt?
I think so. At least I hope so.
Are your dad and mom good athletes?
My father played a lot of softball growing up. My mother also played some basketball. Yeah,
Where'd
they
you
were
where'd you
coordinated and
where'd you
fun.
play Where'd you play basketball?
She was a hawk.
Oh, you're a multi-generational hawk.
I am a multi-generational hawk, and I got kids in after as well.
Are they on the teams yet?
No, no, 6-year-old daughter is too young for all that yet.
Well, considering how talented everybody says you are, I figured maybe your 6-year-old would be able to make it.
No, no, no. And also, it's all rumors anyway. I'm not that good.
You're not that good. Okay. Well, it's interesting. I'm a B League guy, so I had heard about you, and then there was one season you played against you played for the Robins, so we faced you in the playoffs. That was my very quick introduction. You hit a 2-run homer over that short porch
And
in
right.
right field over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, I remember that game.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that game. Yes, but
Yeah.
that I'll be the first to say that that is a short porch, and I'm grateful for it.
I was gonna actually ask you about that, Matt, because now with this Tuileries tournament, we have so many people coming from different areas. So like we have a couple of SYs, very talented SYs. Daniel.
Oh boy, here we go.
Let
Hey,
me,
everybody.
let me finish this comment.
What's up, bud?
Soliasis, Jojo Levy, a couple of really talented SYs who play in Deal and YMSL, M&S, and they mentioned to me, they saw you played against them. You hit a, they tried after you grounded out. They came over to me. They're like, "This guy's overrated," and then you hit a
Did not
2-run
ground
bomb.
out, by the way. That was an infield
Right,
single.
you
Oh no,
reached,
sorry, I reached first, or whatever it was.
So then your next at bat, you had a bomb off them, and now you're, and then they came over to me after the game, like, "Oh, the guy's a good player, but like any normal lefty with like some sort of power, who's a functional player, should be able to clear it over the right field fence." Is it really? It's 255 feet out there. It's not like a.
For those who are wondering what's going on, Daniel Ash is in Matt's house in Woodmere, taking,
Yes.
and we have a cameo from Xander
Taking
Ash
some liberties here.
taking some liberties.
Yeah, I mean, I would have taken the Classa. It was just empty. It's there for
This
show.
guy's just
Times are
content.
tough in the Rosenberg house.
Matt, if Daniel
What's
would,
Andrew? You want to say hi?
if Daniel would allow, is the porch in right field? You think the fence is short? You think it's really a easy job?
Avi, we have the cutest kid we've ever had on the podcast, and you're talking about the short.
I give up on my question. Move on.
No, we'll get back to it in a second, Avi. We just need to enjoy Mr. Ash here. Daniel, it's a little early for alcohol.
It's never too early in the Rosenberg house for alcohol.
Right.
By
By
the
the way,
way, Matthew, L'chaim.
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 Well, I'm in.
Delicious.
Nice. I don't know why my wife let you in the house, but that's a different story.
I found out when talking to Mr. Ash today. Apparently, he has the code to your house. He said you gave it to him once, and
it was on video. Ash almost revealed it on video. Actually, if I didn't cut the video short, the code would be given out.
Did I give you the code?
You sure did.
Why did I give you the code?
Don't remember. It's not important. But I have it. I remember.
I know what I'm doing first thing when I get home.
Really, that's the first thing. The real first thing you're doing when you get home, we can't say on air. Just like the stories that they asked me for stories, and I gave them a bunch, and David's like, we can't use any of this.
Izu Festival.
All right, I'm gonna go home, enjoy my life. Shabbos, everyone.
Thanks for coming on, Daniel. Regards to Xander.
It's Matt. Look, say hi to Matt. I promised him a lollipop. So that I wouldn't be one of those dads that locks their kids in the car while they run inside and do something. Okay, we're gonna go find a lollipop, and Jordan's gonna be really mad about it when we're going through her pantry. How do I get out of here? Good Shabbos.
Matt, the real question for you is how you put up with Daniel Ash. That's really your biggest talent.
I'll leave for that part. Bye bye.
Most of the time, I just kind of let it just like it's a TV show, kind of like a screen. You're watching a screen. It comes and then you just watch it and just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're up to like season 30 already. I mean, that's a pretty long TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's a pretty long TV show. It's lasted pretty long.
All right, so Avi, back to your question.
No, I was genuinely curious.
We're getting a lot of heat at HSL. We're getting a lot of heat for that short porch over there.
There's a lot of new heat because you have guys who aren't playing, who don't ever play in North Lamar Park. They play in Deal and Brooklyn and Lakewood, and now they see Matt Rosenberg going over the fence and right, and us making a big deal about it. And they're like, well, any normal lefty with some sort of power should be able to clear it pretty decently. I don't think it happens so often in our Monday night leagues or in the I don't know. I think you're taking.
Yeah, I've been playing the league for, I guess now it's probably like, I don't know, over 10 years now, probably 12 years or something like that. And I don't typically see it hit over that right field fence. I've seen it a handful of times. I mean, it's not like, it's not an easy one to do, but it's also not too difficult. So like, it's somewhere between, I guess.
Someone made a comment to me. Someone commented.
Avi, he's basically saying that they should go F themselves.
No, well, it's also maybe there's a lack of power lefties because there's also not a lot of lefties that have power that I've seen hit over.
We have lefties with power, just not as much power. You know,
Yeah, we have guys, Jack Ross, Noah Aaron. How often do you see these guys hitting it over the fence in right field? Those guys are strong lefties.
Mikey
I feel,
Reinhardt.
yeah.
The first
I feel
baseman
like
on
I've seen them hit over
Monday
once or
night.
twice.
Who's the first baseman on Glenn's team? Very big dude. Forget his name. Big strong
Uh,
guy.
Redhead. He plays catcher sometimes.
Yeah, I forgot his name. They have
Yeah,
They also
yeah,
have a bunch of strong lefties.
yeah.
Uh,
He does. Yeah,
there was someone
I've seen
came
him hit
over
over.
to me. I'm trying to remember who it was. Somebody came over to me because we had the bracket set before the tournament about what division plays on what field, and they came over to me and they're like, it's unfair that we should play on field one against Matt because it's stupid. It's not fair. Matt hits a fly ball and it goes over the fence. Like it's not fair. Like almost as if like the fence is the unfair part, not like that they're going up against Matt Rosenberg is like it's just not a fair thing. I'm like, do you believe what you're saying? He's like, yeah, of course. Like it's just dumb. Like why would you make our game there? It's not fair for us to lose that way. Like
Yeah, I
what?
mean, yeah. If that's their claim, that's there's no claim at all. Just get better or be a lefty. I'm not sure what to say.
All
Hit the
right,
ball harder. I
now
guess I don't know.
let's get to the let's get to some harder hitting questions. You've played at least 100 times behind Daniel Ash, the pitcher. You've seen him at his best. You've seen him at his worst when he walks 8 to 10 guys in a game. When you're in the outfield, when he has no control, are you saying to yourself, "Why are you so stubborn, Daniel? Why are you throwing it so hard? Go softer." And also, are you wondering maybe it's the tights bunching up on a warm night that's causing such wildness?
Yeah, I guess it's combo of both of it. It's as an outfielder watching it is pretty helpless. But yeah, no, I know he's in his own head, so I don't need to get in his head as well. So I know he's either gonna handle it or he's not gonna handle it. But me having my input is not gonna help. But yes, I do have feelings about it.
Wow. Okay. Wow. What a nice answer. I have feelings about it. Very diplomatically handled, but also saying the truth. One thing when I was doing research on you, if people talk about how polite you are, I have a question about that. Were your parents extremely strict? How did they develop such a polite Erlich boy?
I appreciate that. Can't believe everything you hear. But generally, my parents were pretty reserved. Um, nothing crazy. Not a lot of yelling in the house. Everything was pretty tame and pretty, under control.
Okay. Um, Everything's pretty okay. So you take after them, assuming you are polite, actually.
Right. Well, you just have to have more interactions with me to know.
You're not in the yeah, I guess so. You're not in any of the tournament chats, but apparently there was a play the other day where there was an interference called, but it really should have also been an interference on the first baseman. The interference I think was called on a rundown. Oh, this was
Yeah.
against me actually, where
Yeah.
Mordechai Abitan grabbed Jojo Levy's testicles for some reason in the middle of the play. It was very strange, and but apparently it was interference on the first baseman. So Abitan said he said Matt Rosenberg went over to Dom afterward and told him, and he wrote politely, of course.
Uh, well, yeah, I do remember that play. That was funny. Yeah, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but it did cause obstruction, and he was safe.
Yeah. By
That
the
was fun.
way, Ash wanted me to let everybody know that he successfully secured lollipops. Look how cute his son is. Look at that is a
That is
happy.
pure happiness.
Although Ash looks happier than his boy, honestly.
Probably
Um,
because he was on your podcast again. He was so excited.
the funny thing is,
Was that our youngest ever guest? It might have been, right?
he gi- probably he gives us such crap about the podcast, but I think he's actually going to have to listen to this one. He's like I doubt he's listened to even one podcast,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I think this one he's going to
Well,
have
I'll
to
tell you,
listen
this
to.
potentially could be a real rivalry because the Ash Matt matchup last week was totally just absolutely obliterated by Daniel deciding to walk Matt 3 times in a row. Maybe this, Matt Ash currently has our most viewed podcast outside of these Hasidish guys that we had on who have a tremendous following on Instagram. Matt is more than Evan Roberts and Dovie Newberger and all the Salicata that we need
Salicata.
celebs. Daniel Ash is leading the way. So let's see if maybe Matt can give him a run for his money. Although Ash might take credit because of his cameo. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
say his cameo caused all these views now for this podcast.
yeah. He can say
All
whatever
right,
he wants. He speaks a lot.
next question, Mr. Matt. Is it true that you never answer the team chats or team polls, and that you make Ash chase you for a response?
Yes, I am notorious for not answering in group chats. It's not by choice. It's kind of just like it's like across the board. Like I don't, you know, jump into the conversations typically. So like I don't like I see the message, I'll read it, and I won't actually like respond unless like because like most of the time it's not towards me, it's towards the group. And then if you need to reach me, you call me, text me, whatever.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. So it's not that you're being standoffish. It's that 99% of the content is not relevant to you.
Yeah, between all the group chats and everything I'm in, I don't can't sit
Has
through all of
Edelman
it.
started? Has Edelman started tagging you in WhatsApp statuses?
I saw one on I think yesterday or 2 days ago. That was the first one I saw. Yeah, that
I
was the
saw it
one. That
recently. I've been warming up. In the past, I've sent Matt a video every few months about of him, but I've also, to be honest, I haven't really got much video of Matt because the night league. Remember, we didn't have the A night league this past year. We just got the B night league, which Matt played on the Robins for, but I didn't really get too many games of. So I really haven't had much content until the tournament.
yeah, and you guys are doing a good job with the content, by the way. You guys are putting out a lot of stuff and the good stuff.
You're enjoying it?
I'm following on Instagram. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Did you get your Twillery shirt yet?
I did not get that shirt. No, I forgot. I actually just forgot about that.
Make sure next time you're in the Five Town. Oh, you're in the Five Towns. Stop by. It's probably 5 minutes from your house.
Yeah.
All right, here's a good question. Ask him which pitcher gives him the most trouble. By the way, Matt happens to be the nicest guy out there. But you shouldn't hold back just
So you're
because of
saying
that
all these
question.
questions were curated from Daniel Ash? Is that what this is?
a lot of them actually came from Glenn Zuckerman. He's
Oh,
great
Glenn?
with content.
Yeah, Glenn's
Yeah,
a good
he's
guy.
great with. He should actually host a podcast. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
He's very funny. He's very funny and just enough crazy.
yeah, it's true. He's a personable guy. Yeah, he's a funny guy. I
Yeah,
like him.
yeah.
The
So, which
question
pitcher
is,
gives you the most trouble besides Edelman, of course?
yeah, well, of course.
Max Notorious only hitting one home run off me in his career, and that one just went over the fence, right down the right field line. It's what we call a cheap shot.
It's fine.
a pesky
Fine.
pole, a pesky pole home run.
Pesky ball over it. Yeah, it actually hit a tree right over the fence, and Dom called it a home run.
Some are saying
Yeah,
Dom screwed up the call.
Yes.
yeah, maybe it might have been foul. It's fine. Um, that's a good question. As of late, Yossi Kaufman's been pitching really well. He's been difficult to hit. Um, uh, there are times when it's, pollen's giving me difficulty. As of late, I've seen it okay. Um, Yehuda Koenig is always up there. Just he's got some weird stuff that
Yeah.
timing's just weird. The release is weird, but it's very effective and gives me a difficult task every time I
What
face him.
what do they call that pitch about? It's like I think they call it what, the hanging floater or something. It's like a riser that
Yeah, a riser that like kind of comes up and into the zone, but like it
it's
doesn't.
very weird
Yeah,
looking.
and I remember when I first got into the league back 12 years ago, whatever that was. Um, I first saw it and I struck out swinging, and I looked like foolish because I came as like it was. I think I was in high school at the time, so it made it more. But I was like in high school, and I came there seeing, because in high school, Yeshiva League softball, you can only pitch open palm. You can't cover it, closed palm. So I always saw that, and when he did that, and I just didn't understand what was going on. Like I was like 45 seconds early on the swing, and the thing like crossed later. But later I eventually timed it a little bit better. But it was an initial shot.
Koenig, is in the early running for comeback player of the year. He resents it because he says he never went anywhere, but he's aging. He's aging rapidly. He doesn't like to hear it. I just spoke to him a few hours ago, but he's really on, he's aging quickly, but he's developing a second act now as
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy. This tournament, he's been really pitching well. Not
he's
even
the
a tournament.
second act of Yehuda Koenig.
I've been saying also like for a while. He said to me he's getting old. He's gonna retire. I was telling him
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like
just joking. Yeah.
there's no way you should be doing any like stepping back and whatever. So I think he's finally realizing that he should be pitching as much as he should.
All right. So your answer is that Kaufman gives you the most trouble, and Pollen sometimes, but not lately. It sounds like
Yeah.
you've been mashing against Pollen lately from the way you answered that. And
Yeah.
Koenig is always a little troublesome.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I mean the A League we've had not many teams, not many pitchers I faced over like a consistent basis for the last like 4 or 5 years. It's been like 4 or 5 teams, so it's the same 4 or 5 pitchers.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do some stuff to work on that. You know, the A League in particular is very intimidating. We lost Avi. For a lot of people, there's an intensity there that I think even talented players are scared to confront. There's also just a level of not just talent, like fundamental knowledge is what I'm understanding that you make one mental error, a mental error will cost you a game, and people get upset, and um, so I think there's like an intimidation factor. So we're trying to cultivate more people to be comfortable to go to the A League. So hopefully you'll see some more pitchers soon. Like there's this guy Asaf Fligelman, you know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he's a really talented pitcher. We would hope he would take his talents to the A League, but we'll see.
Right. There's a lot of like pitchers and teams in general that are kind of like on that threshold of like, should they join the A? Should they join the B? And I guess I know maybe there's not enough people that want to take, softball so seriously and intensely that they just kind of like say, you know what, I'd rather just come out and chill with my 10 friends for an hour or two and not, get so intense about the game, which creates that barrier of entry where like people don't want to, push themselves to do some like go to work all day and then come and play like an intense game of softball. They just rather
Right.
just hang out.
Do you ever get worked up in the A League games, in the night league?
Not typically. Not typically. I mean, there's some times where like a bad loss that just doesn't taste good, and you have to go like later that night. But that's like it's pretty rare. But yeah, I mean, the playoffs it gets a little bit more intense. Um, I guess I guess it's my fair share of, um, yeah.
All right. All right, here's a fun question somebody said. Who's a better pitcher, Avi Edelman or Ariel Cohen? It's good that Avi fell off here.
That's a
He's back.
great
Avi, you're
question.
right in
He
time.
was
Somebody
waiting for
sent
this.
me
It was
Avi
a
sent
grand
me
entrance.
Avi, I tried asking this question while you were gone. Somebody sent me
My Wi-Fi
who's
went
the
out. My Wi-Fi went out.
who's the
Sorry.
better pitcher, Avi Edelman or Ariel Cohen?
What was the? Did I get an? Did we
Do I
get an
do I
answer?
have to answer? I know I didn't answer, and I'd rather not answer honestly.
Answer.
I I'd probably say Edelman's a better pitcher. Just historically, what I've done from my experience.
Edelman's keeping a poker face right now, but
He said it himself.
he's
I've only had one home run off him, he said.
there you go. You've hit off of well, you probably haven't. When do you hit off of Ariel, and what where have you had opportunity to?
So he was in the A League this year.
Oh,
They That was the
right.
one time. And a few times before I was with the Robins in the B League. I was on a different team. Forgot the name.
But
But
that's another example. We worked so hard on Ariel to move to the A League, and he didn't want to, and he had some level of pretty good success this year. Um, as Pollen always says, it takes time to develop as an A leaguer. Like every pitch becomes a battle, especially against the better hitters. Whereas in the B League, if you're a top pitcher, 6 through 10 in the lineup, for sure 7 through 10 in the lineup are automatic. You don't have a strategy. There's no chess match.
yeah,
So Avi might be better than Ariel now, but if as Ariel keeps getting reps there, who knows?
I was actually gonna say that, like as my next point, which was that Ariel, when I first joined his team in the Robins like 5 years ago, whenever that was, a couple years ago, he was he was not as good. And like over the past like 2, 3 years especially, he's like grown very rapidly. And I've seen him like he's pitching A League stuff. So it was
He's
really
pitching
impressive
A
to
League
watch.
stuff.
And I
Yeah,
think at
it's
this
really
pace, if he
interesting.
continues, I don't know who's gonna be better, in a few years. Unless Edelman also picks up the game too.
So the problem with Edelman is that he's actually pitching less these days because he's so busy with the leagues. So like
Right.
he's not in the tournament, for example. Ariel also chose not to be in the tournament, but Ariel is pitching Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Sundays. Ariel plays a lot of pickup, so
Yeah.
Edelman needs to get more reps these days. How we doing with time, Matt?
I was gonna say like 5 minutes. I'm fine for 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. So I got to get to some goodies.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I have over here. Ooh, what's the best team you've ever played on? I like that one.
That is a good question. I mean, I would say the latest team now, right now, on our unknowns A League team, we're pretty good. I think we lost the last game of the regular season. We're missing a bunch of guys, but otherwise, I think we went undefeated, and swept the playoffs. We were really good, not a hole in the lineup. Um, there was a team also we played when we first joined. I don't know if it was the best team, but it was a stacked team. We had a lot of guys, and it was a lot of fun. We were not the hitman. What were we? I don't know, one of these, a team that we were just formed. But I think if we batted like, um, I think Ash was on the team, Gabby Dector was on the team, and then both the Offen brothers were on the team. Asher Ross was on the team.
That's a pretty
Um,
crazy team already. Okay.
yeah, we were a pretty good team. And then I was a few other guys, but that team I think we disbanded after like a season or two, just because people got picked up here and there. But it was a fun team. I think
That
I don't know
was
if we won, but I'm not
that
sure.
was a night league team. That was a night league team.
That was it was an A-League team, night league in
A-League.
North Virginia.
Okay.
I ditched my laptop. The Wi-Fi went down.
Sorry, Avi. You're missing some good content. Matt's only got a couple of minutes left. Furthest ball you've ever hit?
Furthest ball I ever hit. That's a good question. There was a game. I don't know if it's the furthest ball, but it was the most impactful because of where it landed. But I was playing on on a field in Inwood. I think it's number 2 school or whatever that was. Or I think it's in Inwood. And it's like a really short, like you think North Woodmere Field 1 is short. This is like even like 50 feet before that. So it's a very short right field fence, but I hit this ball probably, maybe like 100 plus feet over that fence, and it landed I think on a woman's front porch across the street. So that was that. I don't know if like statistically
Who was
that
the
was
pitcher?
long.
Who was the pitcher? Who was the pitcher?
It was a shul league on a Sunday morning. I think we played the white shul, so that would be forgot his name. He wears a backwards hat. I don't know.
I don't know.
Grabs at the white shul.
We could actually probably figure it out on Google Maps. This is the Inwood Field. I know that field. You could probably figure out on Google Maps, like now that you could like measure distances on there.
Yeah, you probably could figure it out.
I think I'm gonna try to figure that out. Oh, that's fun. So it landed on her porch.
No, excuse me, sorry. I think it landed. You could ask Koenig the story, but I think it landed over the house because Koenig was our pitcher that game. I played for Young Israel Woodmere, so I think it landed either on or over the house. But you could check with him. He has the story. He remembers it a little bit more clearly.
All right, here's a great question from Steve Pollan. After Daniel Ash's public shaming of Matt this week on the highlights, I'm actually not certain what he's referring to because Ash walked you. Is it true that you're going back to play with Pollan where you originally started? That's what's been going around the rumor mill.
Am I going to go back to him? Was there cash considerations? I'm not sure. No, I kind of play it as it goes. If by default I'll be with the Dominoes again, but I do enjoy playing behind Pollan. It was a lot of fun, and I would like to do it again eventually. I don't know if I'll be able to.
I'm known as your father-in-law, by the way. I was a little confused by some of the messages Ash was sending.
Yes. My grandfather-in-law is Amnon, my wife's grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather-in-law's name is Amnon. Okay, that's why you guys get your father-in-law the trophy.
Correct. He's the chairman.
He's the chairman. How come you guys call him the chairman?
I don't know. I think Ash just picked it, and his I don't know. That's what he decided.
Okay, got it. Last question, then I'll let you go. Thank you for your time, Matt. Mets or Yankees?
I'm a Yankee fan. Yeah, born and raised. Sorry. I know. As a Long Islander, I should be maybe a Mets fan, you would say, because I'm closer. But I like to win. I am a Jets fan, so I can't say I only like to win, but I'm a Yankees fan.
Are you a Fire Boone guy?
I don't know. It kind of depends on the season, but as of late, he's been under the radar for me. I don't agree with all his choices, but nothing crazy.
All right, Avi. Unfortunately, you missed a good chunk of the interview. We got to let Matt go. He's got to get back to work, fighting property taxes for what's the name of your company again?
The Tax Relief Pro.
The Tax
Relief Pro.
The Tax Relief Pro, not an HSL sponsor, but if anybody needs help getting their property taxes down. Wait, Matt, you can become an HSL sponsor.
I was going to ask you about that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Reach out to Avi for opportunities, or I'm sure Avi
Please
will reach out to you.
No better marketing than HSL marketing, and that's a guarantee. I apologize for my Wi-Fi issues. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. Matt, if you have any say in the Wi-Fi world in Queens and Kew Garden Hills, and put in a good word for me because it's very annoying.
I'll try if I can.
That's his other job. Wi-Fi in Queens. All right, take care, Matt. Thanks so
much.
much.
Appreciate it, Matt.
Thanks,
really
guys.
appreciate
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.